Is he a doctor?
No!
Is he a college grad?
No!
Have any of his statements been evaluated by the FDA?
No!
By forming a vision and acting on it with integrity, the best version of you is right around the corner of a determined, focused effort.
Yes!
Welcome to the Super 7-Man Aggressive Transformation Show. Transform your fitness and income with a systematic, calculated, do-or-die attitude toward living the best version of yourself. Life isn't pretty. Life isn't easy. Living like a pinball, getting bumped all over the place by unwanted circumstances, blindly ingesting vast amounts of whatever artificial foodstuffs, and having to go out to that underpaid job that you can't stand every single day. It eventually becomes unbearable. Then that's it. That's the point where you either have a nervous breakdown or you step up and make an aggressive effort to transform into the best version of you. I want you to choose the latter. Feed your brain and put out that focused effort for one measly year of your life. You've given enough of your existence to the miserable, circumstantial version of you. Make a commitment to just 1 year. Give the ideal self that you can clearly see in your mind a fighting chance to take up residence and serve you the best experiences this life can offer. For me, only being financially independent with health and vitality offered that possibility, and I went out and grabbed it aggressively. In 2 short years, I went from being 57 pounds overweight, flat broke, no savings, to earning an ample income from my online network marketing home business and living my best physique at 45. Get inspired, get ideas, and then go out and get to work chiseling out the new you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Super 7-Man Aggressive Transformation Series radio show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I know that you have a lot of choices of places that you can be, and the fact that you're here listening to our show makes me really proud of our guests and the people that helped me put it together. This evening's show, what I'd like to touch on is what happens once you finally get organized. You know, first you make a decision. You make a decision that you want to join the business. Actually, let's take even a little step back. We're going to go a little bit further back. First, you have to get sick and tired of your current situation. That's where it begins. That's where the ether begins to change around you. When you're so uncomfortable with the situation, the circumstances that you've created, with your series of choices that you've made over the last 5-10 years, and you finally decide you want to do something different, that's the beginning point. And that's where you have to start. You have to get organized. You have to figure out where you're going to go. You have to you know you want to change, and as you look ahead and you want to get to another place, you still can't see exactly where you're going because you haven't organized yourself enough to be able to see the path in front of you. Look around you, and as you look around you, go to your job, look at the people around you, your family, look at authors, look at celebrities. You got to look at every example of anyone living a life, aspects of a life that you would like to have. And once you see that example, once you have it, for instance, mine was, well, here I am, I joined CTFO. I'm out of shape, I haven't worked in 4 years, and I'm in a really miserable mood. I'm entering divorce, so the aura by which I enter CTFO is already heavy and negative. And the way that I knew I had to approach this business was I knew that people had to see me improving over time. Well, I'm not happy with my physique. So I'm going to get inspired. I'm going to look at some of my old books and just kind of look at some of the different exercise stuff. So I picked up my old Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. I picked up my little abs book by Bill Pearl, which is another bodybuilder that I studied some of his information. And again, I started to get myself, started to see, okay, these are my role models for the physical part because people have to see me improving over time. How do these guys build? I already knew how they built it, but how do these guys organize themselves in their lives to add muscle to their frames and be a good example of hard work and dedication? So I would get inspired to, so when I go to the gym, at first I wasn't really sure how I was going to do this. So I would go to YouTube, and the first thing I did was, okay, I'm going to go to I got my gym membership. Now I'm going to watch this. Today I want to work out on shoulders and abs. So I'm going to watch a couple of short workouts on shoulders, and I'm going to get ideas of how I'm going to approach this in the gym. So this helped me to organize my approach toward my fitness. And the other thing too is once you sit down and assess your skill set, here's the other thing too. If your basics are not taken care of, if your food and shelter and your family don't have their basics taken care of, or you're struggling for money, if you join a business because you need money, you have no other way out, the first thing you should really do is take care of those basics first. So a business is not going to bring you that money overnight, and you guys know this. So someone who has no job has no business trying to build a business without taking care of that problem of not having the job to take care of the other basics first. The way that looked like for me, guys, was I joined this business. I know I need to improve my physique. I didn't have a job in over 4 years working out of the house. I had no savings. I didn't know any people. Part of the success is breaking into new networks of people. How do you break into new networks of people? You get a job. You meet new people. So I took a job a minute from my house digging ditches because I knew that I needed to have that job so I can take care of my basic bills, so I can pay for my gym membership. So it part of my organization to get my physique on the right track was having to take care of these other basics, which included getting a job first so I can support my business building activities. Look, take care of yourself and your family first by taking care of your basics. Once you take care of those things, once you have a job in place, then start focusing a little bit more on the business and do what you can. But I made this decision, and I knew that the business, as important as the business was, I needed to take that extra job and put in extra work in order to make the business itself work. So as I started improving over time, what starts to happen? People start to, first it's family members. So I said, okay, I got to get my site out to people. How am I going to do this? I know I don't have money to buy products. I'd rather get my site in front of people. Before I had the job, I didn't start working right away. I joined CTFO, and I did other things first. I joined the Traffic Exchanges free, but my very first email that I sent out was to my family and friends. So once I did that, I realized quickly, okay, people really aren't that responsive, or people make promises and say they're going to do things, say they're proud of you, but they don't really want to help you. So this is where it started to shape my outlook on how all this is going to come together. So once I saw once I did that, I realized, okay, I need to break into other networks. I need to start doing other ways of promotion. So I used Traffic Exchanges and Faceless Mailers. I systematically organized myself to put my my website out there. I joined and logged in to over 100 different online marketing systems. I did it every week. But that very first week, I remember just, not frantically, just excitedly. I was excited to get my site out there and put everything out there. And when I systematically started getting on a schedule of surfing to generate free traffic, when I would get paid, I literally could only afford, out of each paycheck, I could only afford about $50. Or $50 per week is all I could afford to put into the promotion of my business. There wasn't much money. A lot of it was elbow grease. So I had to juggle, literally, those first years, blowing by the company and enrolling a whole lot of people. I had to juggle a full-time job outside, 50 hours a week, 20 hours plus, actually probably closer to 30 hours of surfing and earning credits and sending out emails on free systems. Again, I had to get myself organized to be able to put energy in these different facets. And then when I got paid, because I had the free system set up already, remember, all the free systems are set up. My website is in all these systems already. A lot of them were going. Most of them were not going, because when you do it for free, you're either putting in your time generating the traffic. If you're not doing that, you're not going to get traffic, or you can pay for it. So I was getting traffic from a lot of those services. Most of them weren't, because, again, I was a free member. But the fact that they're set up and I'm organized with them and the sites are in them, I can just come back later on payday. Okay, now I can take out a $10 ad here. I could purchase 1,000 credits here. They have a sale, $7 for 1,000 credits. Let me go ahead and get that. Let me go ahead and go to this other system. Oh, look, if you buy 2,500 credits, they'll add 2,500 more. Cool. I can mail 5,000 people on this one for $18 special this month. Okay, let me email this other one. So by getting systematically organized first with the online marketing systems that don't cost anything, you then are set up to put in time when you have the time, when you have a little bit of extra money. You go in, you log in, you spend a little bit of extra money getting some of the upgraded and paid ads, and then you move on to other systems. And this is the general gist of how I got organized to build traffic and you want to create an activity that you can do consistently over and over efficiently. And that's what mine looked like. It was 100 different free traffic programs, 90 to 100. Some weeks it was over 110. It was at least 90 because there were 90 programs on Cyberwheelers. It was generally over 100 almost every week. And then by having all those systems ready to rock, your site is in them. Now it's a matter of simply going in and activating the ones you can afford to activate, and then the ones that you can afford to work with elbow grease, you go in and work them with elbow grease. And this pattern, guys, it resulted in 100 signups in my first 5 weeks and collected almost $300 in commissions before I even spent a penny on product. And I was able to tell people, powerfully, no, I didn't buy any product. However, I'm not asking you, I don't want you to buy product either. Instead, I made a commitment to refer 100 people as fast as I can, and I referred 100 people in 5 weeks. So now I want you to make the same commitment and refer 100 people as fast as you can. And that's how I got around the, have you used the product yet? No, I didn't, but I was honest about it. And that's all you can really do. And then, of course, the moment I ordered the product, then it became, oh, you guys, you got to buy this product. It's freaking awesome. It was Super 7. Incredible product. It tastes delicious. It's an antioxidant shield. It boosts it boosts your immunity, and it also boosts enzyme activity in your system, in your digestive system. So that product alone, I just went nuts for it. It was awesome the first year building with that product. So on today's show, we have special guests Harvey Vickery, and we have Bob Risler. And these gentlemen have been, they both have not had success before in network marketing, and they've been in CTFO now for a little time, a little bit over 1 to 2 years. And what's great about their story is that once they started to see a little bit of activity on their team, they got organized, started banded together, started reaching out and welcoming their team members and being more of a support network. And it's worked like a charm. So Harvey, when you first joined CTFO, first of all, what is your background, a little bit about your professional background? And when you first joined CTFO, what did you see for yourself as far as possibility for the future? Like, because you came in, you were thinking about another business, but when you saw the power of CTFO and the no-cost business, you saw something else. So would you mind sharing with everyone what excited you about CTFO, how long you've been in, and how you recruited Bob? And then Bob, after he does that, if you could just share a little bit about what's been your experience working with Harvey, and then also some of the things you did, Bob, to attract some of your leaders, because you got a really good team growing in Canada right now. And, I'm sure our listeners would love to hear your story. So, Harvey, can you share a little bit?
I sure will, Jose. Good talking with you tonight. First of all, let me say that I've been in the retail business most all my life and helped retail stores, brick and mortar, become quite successful. Some are the small chain retail stores of the year for certain companies. But getting into the online marketing aspect of things was a little bit different at first because I didn't have a mentor. I had to learn it the hard way. And when you were sharing about the different traffic exchanges, et cetera, that really kind of hit home with me because that's how it started off. Traffic exchanges, I had this book that I would read about every traffic exchange. I've been joining your Cyberwheelers and kind of got some attention there. But I think the main thing that got me going is that I had to rely upon myself. And when you rely upon yourself, you have to reach out and decide, do I want this to work or not? So when things went along, I actually hit up several companies and did some good with those companies, but then they would do something that was out of kilter, and then they, of course, would go out. So I saw checks that came in monthly that went away. And then I contacted you out of the blue and said, Jose, what are you doing? And you said, chew the fat off. And so about 2 years ago or so, right when it was chew the fat off and it became CTFO, changing the future outcome, I said, okay, if Jose's doing this, and I know he has his three-stepper system, I'll ride with him. And that's kind of how it got started. Lead sources, trying to get with building my own websites, which I've trained my team to do, and I've got team coaches as well, one of which is on this call, Bob Risler. But the main thing is to realize that you have to have a goal and a desire and a vision to be better, make your circumstances better than they are. Everyone struggles. Everyone has to reach out and try to do something. And I know we've all gone through the old talking to friends and family, and then you walk into towards them and they want to run the other direction, or even in a church setting, or even into a business setting where they know you're going to hit them up with some other program. Well, CTFO is totally different. Where else can you be part of something that is totally free and you can still make money? And just like you shared, that was something that you were able to do to make $300 before you ever made your first purchase. The thing that I did when I realized that the Chew the Fat Off products, when the weight loss was good product, I started ordering. And I remember the first reprimand I got from you, Jose, was, Harvey, I told you not to order anything, just produce your website and promote it. So anyway, so I did that, and then, of course, we came into the CBD. Now, CBD is such a strong word. It's going into the top of the search engines now because of the astounding benefits of the CBD oil. Who has better CBD than CTFO? There's nobody out there. So I was able to talk with some of my internet friends, of which Bob Risler's on the call and others, and we put together a plan. And reaching out and having daily and nightly meetings, sometimes for hours at a time, to make sure that everybody was on target for what their needs and wants and desires were. Because if you reach out to help those people that are on your team to reach their goals, then you're obviously going to reach your goal. So that's kind of in a roundabout way, Jose, of how I got started.
Awesome. That sounds terrific, Harvey. That's great. So next, I'm going to call on Bob here, but before that, I'm going to play a quick message. And Harvey, we'll go a little bit more into your experience as well, and some of your building pains, and also some of your triumphs. So we'll be right back.
Ready to make a positive change in the world while setting yourself up for receiving residual income? What if I told you there was no cost to sign up and no purchase necessary? CBD oil is changing lives everywhere, and we've got a solid, proven CBD MLM company to help you take advantage of it. The best part is, we're blowing up because the products sell themselves. All you need to do is focus on referrals, which you keep forever, and you get paid every week. You too can discover what it feels like to live financially independent in just 1,000 personal referrals. Sign up today.
For more information, visit 3steppers.com.
And for those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Super 7-Man Aggressive Transformation Radio Show. Thank you very much for being here. Today we have special guests, Harvey Vickery and Bob Risler, and they're both new to success in network marketing, this level of success, and their insights are awesome, the way they came up through the ranks. And right now, we're going to call Bob Risler up. And Bob, what do you like about the business? And what has been your when you finally started to see growth, what was it that you did organization-wise that made you get to that next level or start to see leaders coming in?
Okay. Well, first of all, what Harvey said is completely true. He's a great leader. It wasn't for him, I would be where I'm at today. I was in network marketing now maybe getting on close to 14 years. Never made a dime. If I did, it was very little. and it seemed like about the time you joined something, your sponsor would all of a sudden disappear. Well, one day I was with a friend of mine from Canada, and he introduced me to Harvey. And it's been a great ride ever since. Harvey, I learned a lot from him. He, like he said, we did night trainings and everything else. With all those trainings, I mean, it helped me grow. It just made me a better man. First of all, I had to learn how to do network marketing, and without Harvey, I probably would have never done that.
Wow.
With CTFO, that's how I one of the first programs that Harvey introduced us to about 2 years ago. We did some other trainings and other programs to get us to this point, but when CTFO came about, I liked the program. It was free to get started. It didn't cost you anything. And I thought, man, this is a great way to get people motivated, because now they don't have to do anything out of pocket to get started. And so I didn't do a lot with their weight loss and nutritional product, but a year ago I was diagnosed with cancer, prostate cancer. And I knew they were coming with the CBD oil, and but I didn't wait. I searched out another company that already was in business, and I bought it and I tried it, and it worked. And so I thought, man, this is a great product. I got to let other people know about this. And I got so excited about it. I started telling other people about it. I started advertising, and today I'm cancer-free because of the product. My wife, she had big knuckles from arthritis on her hands. They didn't hurt her, but they were stiff. And today, after taking that product for about a year, you cannot hardly see those big knuckles on her fingers anymore. And she's back to crocheting and that kind of stuff. So the products work, and that's what really gets me excited, because it's a product that you know it's going to work, you know it's going to help other people, and you just go out and you share it, and you know the product will work. If it didn't work, you'd have a hard time telling other people about it. So I guess that's. And so I'm to the point where I'm just so excited, and now with the company and their pay plan and everything else, it's just an awesome company to be with.
Awesome, Bob. Wow, what a powerful story. And guys, also on the business building end, if you listen to Bob, new to network marketing, just learning network marketing, working with Harvey, been in the industry 14 years. Never made a penny. And Bob now is a vice president with CTFO. So you guys, I'm telling you, you can do this. It's a matter of literally just getting a little bit of organized, and then the quality of the products. I mean, goodness, you can't even. Cindy, you're like you're the product queen. I mean, you are the hemp queen. So can you reiterate a little bit about just how? I mean, this is a perfect example of how the product itself can create leaders, because someone has a life-changing experience with it, and then they're just sold on the conviction of it. And Cindy Trethewey has the highest ratio of signups who purchase products on my team, and I'm very proud of her for the amazing work she's done. But Cindy, can you reiterate a little bit about just how much people love these products and how effective they are?
Oh, absolutely. Basically, when I tell my little story about my CTFO journey, it all starts with the products. I put Mother Earth before myself, and I said a little prayer to the planet, and I said, I love cannabis. I love everything I'm learning about this amazing plant, and I want to share this plant with everybody I meet. because of what it did for me health-wise, but also because of everything that I was learning and all the testimonies I was hearing, I fell into the rabbit hole. Everybody knows when I broke my shoulder in 2017, and CBD came to my rescue, and I noticed an immediate difference in the first month as well, and I've been on the product ever since. I've been on CBD for, it's going on 2 years now. During his recent conversation, I looked down at my hands because my grandmother had the crippling arthritis, and I was always petrified I was going to get it. And I had the early indications of it. My knuckles are rather large for a female hand, and I've always kept an eye on it, and I've always eaten a lot of broccoli and things like that keep inflammation down, but I've never experienced anything quite like this. So I looked down at my hands during his talk. I'm like, well, my hands are not nearly as large as they were, and yeah, it can really help a lot with that inflammation for sure.
Yeah, so your experience is very similar, where your swelling on your hands went down as well, and now across the board. Now, how many, Cindy, since you deal with so many customers, how many people have you had call you and say the product did not work, or the product sucked, or requested a refund? I know there were some that may, and I know when we did our transition into Canada, so don't count these people. There was a mislabeling thing where they mislabeled a batch of products, and people were upset. So I don't mean stuff like that. I'm talking about people who genuinely used the product and actually said, this product isn't that great. I use this other brand that's better. Like, have you ever heard of anything like that in your business with CTFO?
No, I'm probably the number one person in the company right now that I know of that is so product focused. And I probably know a lot more about the different products because I've tried a lot of them. But no, I have not had any bad reviews of the CBD oil that we carry. Even people that are on the 10X Pure and have tried both the oil-soluble as well as the water-soluble products that we carry as well as the sprays, have agreed that all of them are good. Some flavors on the sprays are more preferable than others. We have a very low peppermint, ratio as far as CBD oils are concerned. So when you taste ours, you barely can get that peppermint flavor. It's there to just mask the flavor of the intense flavor of the cannabis, because that's more of a medicinal taste. And so basically that's, but as far as like pain relieving, inflammation, anxiety, those are the top reasons why most people are in CBD. And also the other one is a lot of people are experiencing colon issues. We're not allowed to name specific diseases, but when I got on CBD, I noticed an immediate cleansing taking place in my body.
That's awesome. That's wonderful.
But fast forward 2 years later, my body has taken over and repairs itself whenever I feed it the CBD.
Yeah, that's great. You've done an amazing transformation, and when I met you, I was, it was awesome, Cindy. You definitely, huge changes. It was terrific. Very proud of you. So what I'd like to do now is I want to switch gears to Harvey. And April, would you mind sharing a little bit about how as you also, when you got organized again and you stopped being as scattered as you were, and how that affected the growth of your business, and how Three Steppers played the role in you being organized as well with your marketing?
Yes, I noticed that once I became organized that it was easily duplicatable in my team. I think that's the biggest thing for me, was to make it where I could share it with my team and they could duplicate what I was doing. So I think that Three Steppers made it possible to easily duplicate what I was doing with my team because of the different resources that's provided in the Three Stepper system. For example, the different traffic exchanges, the different marketing strategies, it's all right in one centralized location, so you can just point people to the free system, and then once they get plugged in, they can start using the tools as well.
Awesome. That's great. Terrific. And now, and once you, so you got your sites. I did notice that you're promoting three-steppers pretty straightforward. And are you noticing that they're ever since you started plugging, because I know three-steppers is generally a little bit newer as far as you were promoting CTFO a little more. It's more recently that you started leading with three-steppers.
Yes.
What has been, so your new members who have been coming in, when they're exposed to the three-stepper system, are you noticing that it is actually a little bit easier to guide them overall? Are you having a little bit of an easier process to kind of, okay, cool. Excellent. That's exactly what I've designed the system for, guys. Exactly that. We'll be right back after this message.
Save your money. Stop paying those ridiculous prices for energy drinks. Add a daily boost to your diet. Our Energy Blast and Focus Oral Spray is designed to help you focus throughout the day without crashing. A healthier alternative to coffee or energy drinks, our formula contains a blend of vitamins B12, A, and D to promote optimum energy. This product is made with naturally derived, high-quality ingredients and is orally absorbed for fast results. Help increase energy without annoying jitters or crash. Nutrients are absorbed orally, almost instantly. It helps provide a healthy dose of natural energy throughout the day. It's scientifically tested to be safe and effective as well. Adults spray 6 sprays into the mouth daily. For best results, spray under your tongue, hold for a few seconds, then swallow. These small pocket-sized sprays are perfect for taking with you wherever you go. Get yours today. This commercial was brought to you by Three Steppers and the Team Train system.
For more information, visit threesteppers.com.
For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Super 7-Man Aggressive Transformation Radio Series. What I'd like to do, Harvey, and Bob too, what I'd like to do is touch a little bit on organization, because I know, April, once you started to once you got yourself organized with your blogs and you stopped being so scattered and you started to kind of focus on a niche with CTFO and you became more systematic and you're better with your follow-up, that's when your business really started growing. So Harvey, could you also, I know you went through a similar thing where your team was a little bit scattered and then you kind of came full circle back to the three-stepper system and you saw how it kind of could help you organize your team. But Harvey, can you share a little bit of how what you've experienced, and then how Three Steppers is helping you, like even now, or how it's inspiring your team members?
Sure. Basically, Three Steppers, like I mentioned before, I was part of a while back. Okay, a couple years back, but I had somebody who had signed up, and I did not know from which part of my advertising they came from. And I contacted them on Facebook, and they came back to me, and they were asking me about, what do you think about which splash page I should use, et cetera. And that's when I got back into Three Steppers and realized that's where he came from. So I immediately called up my team coaches, of which Bob is one of, and I said, guys, look, we're going to have to get back into the Three Stepper system. Well, my goal has always been to kind of express to these people that are on our team that every one of them is very, very important to us. And each one of us is like a mother hen that kind of looks over each of our personals and their teams. And I was going for I've got a bumper sticker on my vehicle, and some people stop and it says basically AmericanCBDHempOil.com, legal in all 50 states. And I was telling my group, and some were talking about doing billboards or what have you, and I said, well, kind of keep it low-key at first. But when people ask you a question about if they see you have a sign on your vehicle, is to say, have you heard of CBD? And that's what kind of prompts the conversation. And when they want more information, of course, you say, okay, let me go ahead and get you that free information, sign them up. Well, you can also do that through your cell phone. I had my team put the free website that we used to have on their cell phones, and then when they walk around talking to people, say, have you heard of CBD? And, of course, that gives you the opportunity to sign them up. At the movies one night, I asked somebody who was waiting in line, have you heard of CBD? And he says, yes. And everybody has a story. They always talk about someone who had a cancer or some disease from it. But it was another sign-up, okay? But then to organize things, I've got on with my team. Usually we use Skype or TeamViewer so I can screen share with them. And I teach the coaches also to screen share with their team members. And TeamViewer gives you the ability to go ahead and point so you can kind of help someone to log in or go to the back office. So basically, Jose, that is the organization part of our team. And the enhancement through three-steppers now with all the great splash pages, of which our favorite is number 3. Of course, the team trained number 36 after they have joined our CTFO.
That's awesome. Wow, that's terrific. And that sounds great. So when you start someone new, one of the first things you share is Splash. Well, actually, you share the Splash Page 36 and let them know about getting on Team Train. You're just flat out telling them, hey, get on the train.
Right. Well, basically, it's Splash Page 3, okay, which I think you've done an excellent job with. And then, of course, most people will click on the Start Here button, and, of course, they sign up for CTFO. Then I connect with them either by phone call or try to call them. If I don't get an answer, I go to email, of course, and texting. And I've trained my team to, use, people are on their phones more often now. So texting somebody usually gets through to them when they may not be checking their email. So I like the idea of the personal touch that you mentioned, because if you're trying to train and coach your downline team with an autoresponder, you're not going to be effective because you're just another thing out there. There's no personal touch.
Yep. Exactly. That's been the number one thing that has set my system apart and my building approach. So look at three-steppers. Once you guys join our listeners out there, once you join three-steppers, remember it's designed to fill in the gaps where you're lacking. So let's say you're not good with internet marketing. You don't have to know internet marketing. You just have to update your ID in three-steppers. Then you build CTFO with your own skill set based on what's going to make you feel comfortable, what's going to inspire you to go out there and refer people. So if talking face-to-face is your way, great. Now you have your way. So go talk to people, sign them up. You expose them to three-steppers. Remember, you're not an online marketer, but you did join three-steppers and you updated your CTFO ID in it. Now that person is in CTFO. You got them through face-to-face, but now they go, they're like, well, yeah, but I don't like this face-to-face, or I'm okay with it, but I want to learn online marketing. How do you do that? And that person goes, well, I don't know how, but hey, check out three-steppers. Look in there. I mean, you can literally be that relaxed about it. And then once they join three-steppers, the leaders on your team will see the power of it, and they will join it. And then they see all the different marketing methods. Now you have a leg on your team that is spreading through these different marketing methods, and you're not using the marketing methods, but you have representation within those marketing methods with your team member. That's what's exciting about the system. So the more, it's not about adding more tools. So I'm not trying to make it like Google in a members area. It's not about that. That's the other mistake people make. They think, we'll just throw a whole bunch of stuff in here, and then it'll be a whole bunch of tools for everyone. It doesn't work like that. These tools have to be manned. They have to be, the system has to be led. It has to be constantly attended to, like a little garden. It has to be trimmed. It has to be updated and processed, and you have to give it attention. And it's more of as I use a tool or a system and I see its effectiveness, and I can see a way for new members to benefit from it. That's the only time I will make that system, module, or section part of three-steppers. I have either used it myself and referred some people, or it's something that has helped shape my view of how I see network marketing. And that's what we want in the end. We want our referrals to see the business the way we see it. Bob, I would like to get your perspective as a new person that has not had much experience with network marketing in general, and also someone who is not internet savvy.
Right now, I am in the process of getting everybody that is active in CTFO to get into three-steppers. As I see three-steppers, and I've gone through it several times, I think it's going to be an awesome tool. And with that rotation, advertised rotation, that's just going to be huge. And so I'm just starting to use it. I think it's going to be an awesome product. I think it's going to help us grow our business tremendously. And I've got, you probably looked, I've got some people, I think I got 12 that I got referred in there right now, but I don't think they completely understand everything yet, but I'm staying in contact with them. And that's the main thing. You got to stay in contact with your people, especially the ones that are active, and help them build. And so you got to stay focused. You got to help your people. And without that, I mean, you're not going to build.
Yeah. Yeah, that personal touch is definitely key. Absolutely. And that's what I appreciate about your team, about you and Harvey working together. I mean, all of us, guys, all of us here know that. I mean, that's how I train my team, and that's what attracted you guys. We all see it very similar. So I'm proud of all of you for taking on this personal touch approach and actually making it a staple in how a staple in the education of our newbies as they come on board. Harvey, would you share a little bit about let's see. So the gist is we reach out to our new members and we just help them enough just to get them confident enough to refer just one or two more people. And that could be the difference between them referring someone like Bob, for instance. Bob just went out there. They were working together. They put out a couple of ads, and then Bob referred someone who is really active out of Canada, exploiting a team out there. And then they started working with this person with the personal touch aspect. So would you guys mind, Bob and Harvey, would you share a little bit about how you attracted this leader, how you got together, and then how you followed up with him to get him excited enough to build the business? Because I do know that this particular leader, when he joined, he wasn't even interested in the business. And now he totally just exploded Bob's team and pushed him up to vice president. And now there are other leaders coming out of the woodwork that you guys are working with. So would you guys mind sharing a little bit about how you supported this person and inspired them to go from product seeker to business builder, committed business builder?
Well, I'll kind of start it off. One thing that I know about Bob is very persistent, and I've taught people that our business is from the heart. So Bob put the bug in this person's ear and sent them the information, and I believe Bob can tell a little bit more about this, but he actually wanted the product for his wife, as I understand it. And then he started looking into the business, because Bob and my team will come back to me and they'll say, well, Harvey, they're asking this question. How do I answer it? How do I respond to that? And then, of course, that's my coaching with them. And it took that aspect to get this person to, join in with the prospect building and understand the business. And, of course, he's just taken off with it. But, Bob, you want to expound some more?
Yeah, well, a little bit of a correction. I actually bought the product for myself to start out with because I had cancer a year ago last October, and CTFO was not handling the product at that time, so I sought out another company and got the product, and I bought a 2-month supply, and then ended that 2 months, all my symptoms that I was having with cancer was gone. But by then, CTFO had the product, so then I started ordering from CTFO, and I haven't quit yet. Yes, I also ordered for my wife. She was one that, by the way, she wasn't my wife at the time. We got married here in October. But when I met her, she had these huge knuckles, and she's one of these that don't want to take anything. And so I took a little bit to get her to take it, and now you couldn't take it away from her. And so, talking about the person that is vice president under me, he was just looking through the internet for some kind of a pain relief for his wife. And he didn't know me from Adam. He said, well, I've been in internet marketing. I don't intend on ever getting back into it again. I'm just looking for a product. So it happened that he clicked on my link, and that's where it all got started. Well, then when he seen what the product did for his wife and that, he got excited just like I did. And he had a lot of people from Canada before when it was in his business. So this is why he has such a great following in Canada. And so, he was not going to get back into ML marketing or internet marketing again. But with this product, he got so excited that he couldn't leave it alone. He had to get back in.
That sounds great. That's awesome. Well, what a wonderful story. That's terrific.
You never know. It's kind of like with doing retail. If someone comes in with the overalls and looking dirty and all, everybody seems to want to look the other way and look for the sharp dresser. The sharp dresser might be someone who maybe has money, but he's broke. He's already spent that money. So when you look at the individual you're talking to, talk to everybody. Everybody needs a CBD product. And CTFO, obviously, we have the best product. And being a free business, they can make some money. But one story I wanted to share, I buy a lot of cars. Vehicles are just like my weakness in life, But I was going by to look at an Audi, and just happened to walk through the showroom. There's Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen. And one of the top salesmen, I always ask, who's your best salesman? They all point to somebody. Well, I went to him, and I said, hey, my name is Harvey Vickery. I said, have you ever heard of CBD? He says, yeah, I've heard about it, and I think some of the, health food stores, whatever, carry it. I heard it's supposed to be pretty good. I said, would you like to know a way you can make some money with it for free? He says, tell me about it. And I signed him up. He is probably the most computer illiterate person. Okay, he's not real, good on savvy on the computer, but he has now placed 2 orders in 1 month. He got his CBD oil in, and he got the emu pain cream in, and his wife and him are fighting over using it. Who's going to get to use it first? He said he's out of the oil, and the new website came up, and he called me up and says, can you come over here and show me how to order some more of the CBD oil? And guess what I did? I raced over there to his office on his computer at the Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen dealership. Top salesman now. So you never know. And he's ordered twice this month. He says, look, I've signed up 2 people already. I got a 3rd one coming in. He says, this is awesome. They're getting results, and he's in his 70s.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's so beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, and also, Bob, congratulations on your recent marriage. Oh, my goodness. You totally, I think that is so beautiful. Oh, our older senior citizens falling in love, getting married. I just think it's wonderful, wonderful. And I never would have said the words I just said if you asked me 2 years ago when I was freshly divorced. so I think it's beautiful, man. You're a teenager at heart, falling in love and chasing the woman of your dreams. I think it's awesome.
Well, we're both in our 70s, so we're not really teenagers.
At heart you are. I can hear it. It's beautiful. Love it. Well, great. Today's show was awesome. I want to thank all of you for being here and for being so candid, for being so open and sharing a little bit about your personal lives and as well some of your strategies for building the business. I know this is going to be very valuable for our listeners and for our team members. I want to thank April Dowling, who is on our panel here. April, thank you very much for coming on tonight and for being here on the panel. I really appreciate you. We really appreciate you.
I'm just thankful to be part of this team. I've never been able to be part of something this powerful before in 10 years of working online or trying to anyways. So I'm just glad to be part of this.
Awesome. That's terrific. Thank you very much. And thank you, Cindy Trethewey. I appreciate having you on the panel as well. And thank you for sharing a little bit about your experience with your customers. And as always, you're a rock star. So thank you, Cindy.
And most definitely, CBD always comes first in my business. And I think the callers understand that the reason why we're successful is because the plant, it just has a life of its own. We're just the agents. We're just the people who get it in the hands of people who need it the most. And if we approach it from that level of we can help humanity, I really honestly believe that that's been really my focus that's helped me so much. And my customers love the products. I have about 50 regulars already. It's only been about a year since we launched, and it's been an amazing ride. It's just going to get better.
Awesome. Awesome. That's beautiful to hear. Thank you again, listeners. I really appreciate having you here again. Your time is very valuable. I know that, and I'm very grateful that you chose to spend it with us this evening.
Is he a doctor?
No!
Is he a college grad?
No!
Have any of his statements been evaluated by the FDA?
No!
By forming a vision and acting on it with integrity, the best version of you is right around the corner of a determined, focused effort.
Yes!
The Super 7-Man Aggressive Transformation Show.
Ready to make a positive change in the world while setting yourself up for receiving residual income? What if I told you there was no cost to sign up and no purchase necessary? CBD oil is changing lives everywhere, and we've got a solid, proven CBD MLM company to help you take advantage of it. The best part is, we're blowing up because the products sell themselves. All you need to do is focus on referrals, which you keep forever, and you get paid every week. You too can discover what it feels like to live financially independent in just 1,000 personal referrals. Sign up today.
For more information, visit 3steppers.com.